You're about to hear a story that begins with a ping at 3 a.m., a ping that says invoice folder cleared. And that moment, quiet in your inbox signals something profound. Your AI workflow is running while you sleep. Picture that for a second. While you rest, a system you designed is working. That idea that your creativity and effort produce something that hums with autonomy is what we're exploring today. In this video, you'll go through the full journey of building one AI workflow with no code, no ads, no hidden tech debt. I'll guide you as your mentor. We'll uncover how to identify the process you can automate, architect that workflow, keep the human judgment where it matters, and then scale it so it becomes a real income stream. You'll end up seeing how starting with one workflow can unlock something meaningful. Let's step out of the hype zone, because the headlines talk about AI replaces jobs and robot agents everywhere. But what's missing is the blueprint for you, the creator, the builder, the operator. You do not need to be a software engineer. You do not need millions in venture capital. You need a repeatable task, a no-code platform, and your human judgment. That's it. Imagine sitting down with a notebook or your favorite note app and sketching a simple line from trigger to outcome. An invoice arrives, then it moves to data entry, then to PO matching, then approval routing, and finally into the ERP. Then you ask yourself how much time this entire loop consumes each week and which parts feel repetitive, low value, or error prone. Maybe your finance team spends 2 hours on a single invoice across 3 different steps. And if you're processing 100 invoices a week, that quickly becomes 200 hours of monthly labor pulling away your budget and attend time. You select a process that's heavy on repetition, light on creativity. Why? Because what you want to automate is not the strategic thinking, it's the grunt work. In finance teams, many report that up to 60 to 80% of the effort is spent on repetitive operational tasks. That's the problem area you're targeting. Then you choose your automation tool. Today's no-code AI workflow platforms let you build agentic systems, AI agents that take actions, not just suggest them. A recent corporate case proving no-code AI agents in finance built end-to-end workflows in just 4 weeks. This shows you're not dreaming, you're working in an available frontier. So you design, trigger, AI step, logic, route, update, monitor. You plug into your document intake, maybe a PDF scan, use an AI extraction tool to parse fields, add branching logic for match or no match, include human approval for exceptions, update the ERP or ledger system, loop back for monitoring. You ensure you have an audit trail. You keep a human in the loop for the exception paths because you know finance cannot tolerate unchecked decisions. Here's a pattern interrupt. The workflow is ready, but you don't launch it to the whole business yet. You pilot it. You choose 10% of volume, you validate accuracy, you measure error rate, you refine. That's how you build trust and avoid catastrophic results. In fact, research shows companies using AI workflow automation tracked a 31% reduction in invoice errors and a 44% faster approval cycle. That's not hype, it's achievable improvement. Once you've proved value, now you move to monetization. Suppose the workflow reduced labor cost by $2,000 per week. You could deliver the benefit to your company, or you could package it and sell it, or offer it as a client service. Let's assume you charge $1,000 per week for the workflow, maintain it for a few clients. You now have an income stream not tied strictly to hours. If you replicate 3 workflows at that rate, you could approach $3,000 per week. The $1,750 per week headline becomes plausible, given you're delivering value-based pricing, not hourly. Mind the conflict. Automation promises scale, but finance demands control. If you launch across 100 invoices a week without exception handling, you might expose risk. So your human oversight, your governance, your audit controls remain non-negotiable. A recent academic study on generative business process AI agents found up to 94% drop in error rate, but only when human-in-the-loop oversight and strong modeling were used. So your system must respect human judgment. Now imagine your week once scaled. Monday morning, you open your dashboard. You see 12 invoices flagged, 9 posted automatically, 3 sent to you for approval. You glance at your revenue tab, client usage, subscription processed, recurring fee. You take a sip of coffee. That mental image is powerful because you are no longer trading hours for dollars. You're shepherding a system that generates dollars while you choose how much you intervene. Next, you iterate. You monitor your workflow's metrics, error rate, time saved, exceptions, client satisfaction. You refine your prompts, you update rules, you add integration points. You build a template. You now duplicate. Maybe you take on vendor payments, expense reimbursements, or invoice forecasting. Each new workflow is built faster because you have the template, the platform, the trust. That's where scale lives. And here's another pattern. Interrupt. You are not replacing jobs, you are shifting roles. You automate the low-value work so you can focus on higher value. You become the system owner, the strategist, the human agent. That's your leverage. Finally, you reflect on outsourcing and monetization. Are you offering this as a service to other firms? Then you set your model, monthly license, per invoice fee, outcome-based pricing. If you're internal, you measure cost savings, strategic reinvestment, redeployment of talent. Either way, your objective is value delivered, scalable automation, and a human-centered governance framework. So we close the loop you opened. The question was, can you build one AI workflow, no code, no ads, and make meaningful income? The answer, yes, if you pick the right process, build the right workflow, keep human judgment in place, measure your performance, monetize through value, replicate. The architecture is real, the tools exist, the proof cases exist. You just need to step into it. As you move forward, remember this line. A workflow is not just a tool, it's a bridge from repetitive labor to strategic leverage. Once you cross that bridge, your time matters a little less, your system matters more. Thank you for watching. If this resonated and you'd like more deep dives into AI-powered finance workflows, please like, subscribe, and share.